It's pretty hard to go online these days and not find something that you disagree with. And might not be just a simple disagreement either. It might be something that you cannot stand for. So you jump in the comment section or you jump into their DMs trying to convince this person that they are wrong and you are right. Well, there is a quote that most of us should know that says, "You cannot control how others act, only how you react." Or for a more social media based version of that, you're never going to change someone's mind in the comment sections of Facebook. Hello, my name is Sarah and welcome back to Sarah Refined. On this channel, we discuss self-development and learning how to live with intention. One area that we really can all use, myself included, for the self-development part is learning how to politely disagree with somebody. Because I think in this world, in this day and age, we've lost the art of argument and we've lost the acceptance of being friends with someone who just doesn't agree with us. And I get that there are certain subjects that are deal breakers. I have mine and you have yours, and that is okay. However, certain things, like an opinion on something that is not a human's right issue, is not necessarily something that we should be screaming at each other for or sending death threats for. Today, I'd like to share 5 steps on how to respond to someone you disagree with if you feel the need to respond. Now, step 1 is going to be ask yourself first, did I read that correctly? And 2, do I feel like this is even warranting an argument, or should I just let it go? I had something like this happen to me just a week ago where I misread something on a friend's page that was in reality not controversial at all. So I responded questioning, like, why do you believe this? Why do you stand for this? Because to me, I'm interested in the debate and the conversation. If someone knows something I don't, I want to know. I'm kind of nosy like that. However, that's not what he posted. So for me to react that way was polite, at least, but very uncalled for. And that was on me because I misread that. However, with talking to this person, a lot of people misread that. Many people were sending awful things to him, and they don't know him, and they were simply saying this stuff because they misread one word. So step 1 is to step away and ask yourself, did I read that correctly? Step 2 would be to think about the person as if they were standing right in front of you. When someone is on a screen, or if you just know them because of social media, it's easy to just start associating them with the words right in front of you. So if you're going to treat someone like a human, you need to act as if they are right in front of you. Think to yourself, ask yourself, does this line up with what I know of them? Are you upset that they think like this? Does it offend you? Or are you just upset that you never knew that they think like this? Because sometimes it's all about the knowledge and the power. If I know someone thinks one way or has an opinion on something, I'm not going to respond when they post that opinion because I just know it's not worth it to try to convince them of something else. They have their opinion and I have mine. However, if someone that I think is aligned with me and then they post something that is very much not, I definitely feel myself reacting a bit more in a negative connotation. Step 3, be open to conversation. If you simply want to scream your opinion at someone and tell them why they are wrong, do not respond. You must be willing to listen and not just hear what they're saying, but actually listen. You need to learn why they think and why they feel the way they do. There is a difference between talking at someone and talking with someone. Nothing changes from talking at people. Essentially, for step 3, if you're going to engage, then you need to be willing to leave it with absolutely no change. If that means that they simply explain their side of it and you still disagree, then so be it. You disagree with one of their opinions. That's not reason enough to tell them to go jump off a bridge. Step number 4 is to not attack their views. As soon as someone's attacked, they're going to get defensive. And then this is how we lose all progress and any conversation, and it just ends family relationships and friendships. So stop attacking people for having a different view than you. Again, this kind of goes back onto number 3. If you're going to talk to someone, then you must also be willing to listen. And I would encourage you to never, ever assume that someone is meaning simply what they posted. As a kid, we had this nursery rhyme that said, say what you mean and mean what you say, and you won't get into trouble that way. I don't always follow it. Sometimes I'll post something and it'll be too vague, and I realize, like, no, I didn't actually, this could be interpreted in too many different ways. So assume that someone may have meant it in a different way than you are taking offense to. Because if you are looking to get offended, then that is on you and your ego. not on them. Because if you can have a conversation without attacking someone else's views, you're both going to learn so much more. You might not change your mind, but you are going to learn how the other side thinks. And knowledge is power. And if you really want to win a war, you have to know what the other side is planning. And that sounds very dark. I'm not saying that every conversation is a war. So I kind of got off on a tangent, so I'm not sure if I finished number 4 very easily, but do not attack someone's views, but rather ask for more information as your first rule. I should have put this as the first rule, not number 4. And finally, our 5th step, or our 5th rule on how to respond to someone that you disagree with, is understand that it is okay to disagree. I think a lot of people forget that as infuriated as you are with someone, or as stupid as you think they are for holding an opinion, it's possible that they are thinking the exact same thing about you. They could be looking at all the information that you're promoting and just shaking their head going like, how can this person possibly believe that? So put yourself in their shoes for a second and remember, you're not just this one opinion, are you? So you would hate for somebody to see you as just this one opinion. I remember watching this video a while ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was on Cut, and this woman had to separate a bunch of people into whether she thought that they would vote Democrat or Republican. And all of her opinions were based off of how the person dressed and whether they looked nice. So once they were all separated, she had to watch them either stay where they were or cross to the side that they were actually going to vote for. And I always remember one guy that she'd kind of been flirting with a little bit, and she'd been telling him very openly she thought he was cute and all this stuff. He crossed from the Democratic side and said he was voting Republican. And she literally looked at him and said, "Oh, that sucks so much. I really thought you were cool, and I was kind of hoping we could have been friends." But the point of this is to say, I think it's very dangerous to have only yes men around you. If you only have people who are furthering what you say and backing up everything you do or say, that is so limiting, because how can you grow in that environment? You're simply going to become more and more like these people, but you're never going to become yourself. You're never going to grow as an individual. Obviously, don't go to an extreme and only surround yourself with people who argue with you, but conversation is healthy and debate is healthy. Arguments are healthy. This is how you learn how to stand up for what you believe in, and it's also really good to question your beliefs. I think a lot of people don't want to question themselves. That's why they disagree with someone, but they hate when someone disagrees with them. So the next time you want to respond to someone that you disagree with, start off first. Take it from me. See if you've read it properly first, and if it's worth anything even arguing for. But secondly, be open for communication and be open for conversation. Basically, be prepared to have your mind changed too. We can expand our knowledge and continue learning from those who are directly around us, especially if they disagree with us. Give them the chance to educate you, and then it's your choice whether you take that education away or not. But if you're going to sit there and just listen with this pout on your face, then don't do it, because clearly you are not yet emotionally mature enough to handle someone else's opinion. Is that harsh? I hope not. Well, it might be. That is all I have for today's video. I think it might be running a bit long, but I hope it was valuable for you. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. And I will see you in next week's video. Remember that when you improve yourself, you improve the world. Bye.